Well, hello, loyal viewers. Welcome back. This is part 16 of my Blind Play The Last Guardian. It's been a while since you've actually heard from me, but I've posted plenty of videos between then and now, and you've seen that I've pretty much gotten everything there is to get. So here I am at the beginning of the game again. There's Trico looking at that thing that I have to pull out. You know, it's a spear, not just a thing, not just any old thing. And I'm done. This is the last part of my blind play. Not so blind anymore, because I've done just about all there is to do. So this is going to be a very short episode. I'm just going to take the time to showcase what we've got. So let's look at my items. I've collected 176 barrels over the course of 4 playthroughs now in attempts to get all the trophies. So I've got the Badge of Honor, which he's wearing, all these fine attires, like the Enduring attire looks like this. And of course you have your normal attire when you don't have anything equipped as well. Here's Homecoming. Then we've got some horned apparel. And then we've got some warrior's clothes, which I was wearing before. And then of course you can equip the fine feather paint if you wanted to, which would essentially just paint his stuff. It kind of works like the mirror, but you can spray it at him. The fun thing also is that his colors like stay from playthrough to playthrough. I don't know how you can even get him back to default if you wanted him to. It's just been sort of like this. I've had this random green stripe on his tail that's been persistent through like my last 3 playthroughs in order to get all the trophies. So speaking of trophies, why don't we just take a quick gander at what we've got. Go to my trophy menu. You'll see right away that I've got a nice platinum next to it, my 3rd one. I want to make this more of a habit. And I also feel pretty cool that only 0.2% of players have this platinum. So we've got the platinum, which included beating the game in 5 hours or less, in addition to all the other trophies that have to do with that. Getting them without a game over, which was screwed up on one of my playthroughs because of an unfortunate incident where I didn't grab something in time. And also there were a few other times when like Trico was like against me. You might remember my FU Trico video that I made. That was a few of those deaths that I was talking about. We got every single barrel, every single hint. Not so bad now that there's been a list compiled. Like I said, check out Power Picks. They got a great list of hints and it's accurate. And I used that list in order to make sure that I got every single hint. You'll see them across all my videos up until now. And also in my 100% playthrough videos, I get every single hint in addition to all the barrels and also all the treacle holes. Dress for the Fest is essentially equipping all the costumes, which I just did. Hitting suits of armor with 20 or more barrels or pots. Easy to get in the one spot that I showed you, which is really the second big enemy encounter in the game, because there's a barrel there. You can pick it up, just toss it at the one enemy as he comes around the pillar, because he's aiming his spear at Trico, so he's distracted by Trico, and you can get him there, and just keep farming that by restarting the checkpoint. Removing heads, easy to farm at the end of the game, or really anywhere. Removing their heads is not that bad. Honestly, it's not that bad. The clinging for 30 seconds, much harder, but you can get that at the first enemy encounter again if you just keep restoring checkpoint until you get it. Defeating enemies with lightning, easy. You might even just get that naturally. As you can see, I got that in the room where you're trying to light up all the mirror spots and the armors are chasing you, and you can lure them to the tail that's hanging down from the ceiling. And that's, I think, where I got it. Yeah, that must be where I got it, because that's a screenshot that's there. This one's hard. Last minute reprieve only because your instinct is to get away from the enemies when they've grabbed you as fast as you can, and it's not necessarily, like, going to be a moment when Trico's going to hit them out of the way for you. So you kind of have to, like, make that one happen for yourself. Painting his entire body, pretty easy, especially in that opening area, because Trico's not going anywhere, provided you have the feather painter. That one, you can figure that out on your first playthrough if you're careful, but sometimes he's just annoying and doesn't want to eat it in midair. This one is only annoying because it's totally random, and I just got lucky. I thought, like, on my 3rd playthrough, I'm like, oh my god, I have to do another playthrough just for this, and then sure enough, he pooped. And I wasn't even trying to look at him. It just happened, and I happened to be looking in the right direction, and there it was. I didn't even see the poop happen, but I did pick up the poop, which were these, like, funny little green blobs. Balancing barrels, easy in the first area. I mean, tricky, but also easy. This one, counterintuitive, but really not so bad. Just kind of keep running around until it happens. That one's a little tricky, but also obvious where that's supposed to happen. You can just keep on trying it until you get it. This one's easy at the end of the game. Just touch all the enemy beasts in the final confrontation, if you will. This one I managed to get on my first playthrough just by paying attention to the spears, but I mean, in my subsequent playthroughs where I was actually paying attention to spears, just because I feel bad that there's spears in Trico's body. In the speed run, I obviously didn't care about the spears. But in my other ones, I was like, oh, I need to remove that spear. And there were a few times where I was like, oh my god, there's still a spear there. I never caught that. You just have to be very thorough after every enemy encounter. Make sure you check Trico's whole body for spears. Especially if they've like snapped in half, they can be really, really, really hard to see. The collar, put the head in every hole, pretty easy. Lifeline, pretty farmable from the area that I mentioned, which is right after you get like deterred away from the White Tower for the first time, because that army of enemies is about to like catch you, and then Trico's like, no, I'm not afraid of eyes anymore, but then he is for the rest of the game. So that's the Platinum Trophy. You can see those all in my other videos. Feel free to rewatch them, like and subscribe while you're here. I'm ScruffyBaron. I really appreciate sticking around for this Let's Play, and I really enjoyed this game. My final thoughts on this game: I think they've kind of evolved, actually. I kind of left my first playthrough being like, this was really good, but I wanted it to be better. But I played it a few more times, and I kind of think it's a pretty genius game, on par with Ico and Shadow the Colossus in a lot of ways. It's just the controls are very, very frustrating, and I'm not really sure that's anyone's fault. So much of that is reliant on the fact that Trico has a literal mind of his own, because he's an AI, and just does his thing, and that's really, really impressive about this game. And at the same time, the source of many a frustration. But I actually really highly recommend this game. Clearly, I liked it enough to do 4 whole playthroughs to get everything, which is very rare for me. And I personally like games that aren't that long, because there are just so many games to have to play suddenly that are just like enormously long, and it's really, really frustrating, and I'm an adult who doesn't always have the time. So it was nice to be able to beat a game consistently in 5, 6, or 7 hours on each playthrough, just by paying attention to what I'm doing and knowing the game. But yeah, it's not a bad platinum if you just focus and know what you're doing, if that's your thing, and I think you should all get this game. It's a piece of art, it's beautiful, and I really liked it. And I really liked making this blind play as well. Now not so blind, now complete with 100% walkthrough without my commentary, which hopefully you'll take a look at too, and hopefully those help people out in areas where they're stuck, and also maybe provide the game experience to those who don't want to fork up 60 bucks or just prefer watching people play a game without commentary in that case, because there's always my commentary videos with my blind play, but some people don't like that, so they can watch the ones that don't have commentary. Stick around to my channel though, like and subscribe. I'm doing lots of Final Fantasy 15 coming up, because I really, really got behind on that while playing The Last Guardian, so there'll be lots of that to come. And also, I have some stuff that I'm thinking up, like I suck at NES, because I have an NES Classic, believe it or not. I have the NES Classic. It's very cute. It fits in the palm of my hand. So I'm going to work on that. Thanks so much again. This has been The Last Guardian, and, yeah. Buy this game. It's great. I really, really love it. If you can deal with the controls and the occasional, by occasional I mean the frequent frustrations, I think you're going to love it too. Thanks so much, and see you around.